Alright guys, so today I'm going to be looking at the Comica Boom XD wireless microphone. I'm going to be doing a quick unboxing and then we're going to take it for a little range test, much like I did with the Rode Wireless Go. So, let's get into the video. Alright guys, Neil from Neil Collins Recording. Welcome to my channel if you're new, welcome back to my channel if you're not. Either way, appreciate you being here just as much. If you do like this video or find it useful, or both, then please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to read your comments, I reply to everyone. And if you could subscribe to the channel if you like the content I'm producing, hit the notification bell so that I can let you know when new content is coming out. If you're already subscribed but haven't yet hit the notification bell, then please do that. It helps me notify you when new content comes out. Let's get into this week's video. So a while back, I did a review on the Rode Wireless Go that you can find here. And I've also recently done a video on live streaming, of which the Rode Wireless Go was a part of that, which you can find here. I don't tend to use wireless mics very often for weddings because I don't like having to worry about the wireless signal going down. But live streaming is becoming a bit more of a thing, especially with the COVID situation. I think there's going to be more and more of a call for live streaming. So in that respect, having good wireless equipment is a good idea. Live streaming, you're going to need something that streams straight to the camera that you can live stream to your audience. Like I said, I had a look at the Rode Wireless mic a couple of videos back, but today I'm going to be looking at the Comica Boom XD. I'm going to do a quick unboxing and then we're going to go and do another range test, much like we did for the Rode Wireless Go. So it comes in this relatively small box, so let's see what's inside. So, got to get my trusty pen knife out. Scroll along here. This just slides out to reveal another box. It's got this nice little magnetic lip on the side, so we'll open that up. And there we have it, so that's quite smart. They're smaller than the Rode. I've got the Rode here actually. So in terms of size, the Rode Square, these are a bit oblong, but maybe a bit smaller. Let's just have a look. So we've got one transmitter, another transmitter, and the receiver. And then if we take out this bit of plastic, you've got your instruction manual. Inside this little box, you've got the two lav mics. So the lav mics come with it. And then in the last box, we've got loads of cables. So let's just see everything we've got inside. So get rid of the box and we'll just have a look at everything that comes in. One transmitter, two transmitter, and the receiver. There is one of the wireless mics. Wireless mic number 2. We've got a connector from the receiver to your camera. These are the little faux wind protectors that we put on top of the actual receiver. Okay, so we've got 2 of those. A charging cable. And then a third mini jack to mini jack connection to connect the transmitter to your camera. So 3 of those, I believe, but I could be wrong. One of them might be for something else. But only one charger, which is a bit disappointing, as there's 3 units. So you have to charge them all individually. But that's not the end of the world. We'll let them off for that one, I think. First impressions, I mean, they're quite lightweight compared to the Rode. Not that much different, similar sort of weight. Got a nice little clip to clip on your talent that feels quite sturdy. You can see the audio level on there. You can see that it's paired to a receiver, very similar to the screen on the Rode Wireless Go. Looks like a nice bit of kit, to be fair. So let's just switch the other transmitter on. So yeah, so 2 nice little transmitters. Plastic, but they feel quite sturdy. They look nice. They look quite smart. The screen, very similar to the Rode Wireless Go. You've got your audio levels, your wireless signal indicator, and whether or not it's linked to the transmitter. Let's turn the receiver on. So you can see on the receiver screen that we're receiving signals from both the transmitters. That's really nice. So the receiver already comes linked to the two transmitters. So as you can see on the screen here, you've got the two transmitters, A on the left, B on the right. So the only buttons it's got on the side, you've got a volume button for A and a volume button for B. So you can't go down, you can only go up. You have to bring the volume up to bring it down, if you know what I mean. Maybe that's a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So if you wanted to turn the volume down on A, then you just keep pressing A and it goes up to 12 plus 12 dB and then it's back down to 0 dB. So it starts at 0 dB and goes all the way up to plus 12. That's the same for A and B. So if you wanted to change the volume on the B transmitter, you would just do the same but with the B button. It's nice because you can just change the volume of each transmitter from the receiver on your camera. So that's quite nice. And to be fair, it looks like the volume that they come set up at is pretty good. It doesn't seem to be peaking at all. They're set up as standard on plus 6 dB. This is very similar to the Rode Go. This clip just goes on the cold tube mount and that just pushes on like so. So that's on the receiver. And then we take one of the connector cables. So we'll take it from the out on the receiver and plug that into the mic jack on your camera. So as you can see, the volume is now coming in through the camera. So both of those transmitters are now coming in through my camera. So if you're going to shoot a wedding ceremony and you wanted to mic up the groom and the officiant for live streaming, provided the range on these is okay, which we'll check in a little while, and the audio sounds good, then that'd be a nice option. Source of audio from each of these transmitters into the receiver. Nice. So as you can see, they've both got a little mic on the top, which is nice. So you don't have to use the lav mic. So this test will just use the mic on the top, a bit like the Rode mic. So it's a bit of a like for like test. We'll put the furry wind thing on, see if that does the job. These ones, it says 50 meters on their website. So we'll check 50 meters-ish. Again, I'm going to use my legs to measure. But it looks like they come fully charged, which is nice. So you don't have to charge them up, which is handy. I can take them straight out. Then we'll come back and I'll give my verdict on them. Bear in mind, these are 225 English pounds. And for that, you get two transmitters and a receiver and the two lav mics that go with it as well. So all in one package. Compare that to the Wireless Go, which is 160 pounds. You get one transmitter, one receiver, no lav mics with it. Get more bang for the buck with this one, but obviously we need to check that it all works as it should. Check the audio quality. So, all right guys, so here we are at my favourite spot. Gonna do a quick range test on the Comica wireless recorder. Gonna do a similar range test that we did with the Rode Wireless Go. So I've got the two recorders here. So the first thing I'm gonna do, each recorder comes with its little furry windsock. So I'm gonna put the first one on, and there we go. Quite nice actually, and they fit really snug. The Wireless Go ones work really well, but they're a real pain to get on. These ones are really secure and really easy to put on, so that's good. Get the other one, push it on, that's two. So I've got the receiver attached to the GH5 that I'm recording on, so I'm just going to switch that on. At the moment you're just getting audio from my trusty Tascam DR10L. So I'm going to switch to these in a minute. So I've switched the receiver on. I'm going to switch the first transmitter on, and that'll automatically be A, automatically paired to the receiver. There's audio coming through on the transmitter. You can see the audio coming through, and you can see it coming through on the receiver. So that's A. I'm just going to clip that on. And then I've got audio receiver B, which I'm going to switch on. And this will become audio receiver B. So it says B on it. And it's receiving audio and it is sending audio to the receiver. So both are transmitting audio, so that's good. On the receiver itself, there's a button for mono or stereo. So if you choose mono, then both sources of audio that are sent through will get recorded onto one audio file, so you can't split the audio after. If you choose stereo, then one will go to the left, one will go to the right, and then in post you can split both the audio files. So that's the one I would suggest using. If you're just using one recorder, mono might be a better option, but the option is there anyway. So let's switch to the wireless mics and we'll do our tests. So these you should be picking both of these up now, so hopefully that is the case. And what we're going to do now is we're just going to walk 20 metres, see how we get on. Today I'm not using any technical equipment to measure the distance, I'm just going to use my legs. So it is rough, but I think you get the general idea. So let's do 20 metres first of all, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20. Alright, so that's 20 metres, so 20 metres from the van. Obviously I can't hear what the camera's picking up at the moment, we'll have to check that out afterwards, but you should still be able to hear me nice and clear. 20 metres isn't that far from the van, I'll just show you the van. So not that far at the moment. So this is receiver A, this is receiver A, this is receiver B, this is receiver B. Okay, so let's go another 20 metres. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Alright, so that's 40 metres-ish. So 40 metres from the van. Should still be able to hear me nice and clear, hopefully, if these recorders work properly. This is wireless recorder A. This is wireless recorder B. Okay, this is how far we are from the van. So getting to a fair distance, and let's just carry on another 10 metres, which should be the maximum distance they say on their website. So let's do another 10 metres. 9, 10. Right, so now we're at maximum distance. This is a distance that they say the wireless connection should still work at. So by now you might be getting a few odd dropouts, which is quite normal with the wireless connection at the maximum distance. So we'll check that out later on. But yeah, so if it's still working now nice and clear, then I'd be happy with that. So this is wireless recorder A, this is wireless recorder B. Okay, so that's the test done. I'm going to do what I did in the last test, and I'm going to run back just to see if movement affects the connection at all. So I've got to get back to the van somehow anyway, so here we go. Right, so I'm running. This is camera A, this is wireless recorder A, this is wireless recorder B, this is wireless recorder A, this is wireless recorder B. Right, and we're back. So we're going to head back now. We'll have a listen when we get back, and I'll tell you my conclusions. So, what do I think of the Comica Boom X wireless microphones? I have to say I'm really impressed. I'm going to do a proper like by like with the Rode Wireless Go in terms of audio quality, and we'll just see how far each of those can go without dropping wireless signal. But first impressions, I'm really impressed. There was slightly more dropping out issues with the Comica mics compared to the Rode Wireless Go's when I was walking away from the receiver. But both the Rode and Comica wireless microphones both had issues when I was facing away from the receiver. So if there's not a clear line of sight between the transmitter and the receiver, then it's just a common problem with wireless systems. There needs to be no objects in between, otherwise you do start getting dropouts. But when there was a clear line of sight between the receiver and the transmitter, I didn't hear any dropout problems at all. So, I mean, that's great. Went all the way to 50 metres, and even at 50 metres, there didn't seem to be any dropout issues. The audio quality seemed pretty good from what I could hear. I haven't done a like for like with the Rode yet. I will be doing that in another video, like I said, or tested it against any other microphones. But first impressions, the audio sounded pretty clear, pretty rich, and, you know, not tinny or anything like that. So I was quite impressed with the audio quality first off. I haven't actually showed you it with the plugged in lapel, so just do that quickly. You've got the lapel, but it's got this little safety clip attached to it. And what you do is you plug it in, and then the safety clip goes into the little slot next to it. And what that means is that you can't pull that out without pressing that in. So you physically can't pull that out. So if it's attached to a talent or bride, a groom, officiant, and they get it caught on something, you just can't pull that out, which is great. Nice little safety feature. And then to pull it out, you just press it in, pop it out. So that's a really nice little feature on the lapel. So you get 2 transmitters, a receiver, 2 lapel mics, 2 furry windbreak things, all of that for £225. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to do some more tests on these to test the audio, test the battery life. I'm going to test it all against the Rode Wireless Go. That's the kind of the standard in this price range for wireless microphones. So I'm going to test it all against the Rode Wireless Go. But at the moment, would I recommend these? Yeah. They are plastic, but the build quality is pretty good. They look professional. I like the displays, easy to use. Maybe I'd change the volume thing so you could go up and down. Little things I'd change, but if they both work as they did today, then I could definitely see me using these for live streaming. So yeah, I need to do a few more tests just to check it's stable, check the battery life before I can recommend them 100%. So watch out for future videos where I go into it a bit more depth. There's a few different combinations of this setup that you can get. You can mix and match basically. So there's a few setups you can get. So I'll link to them all in the description below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I really do like reading all your comments. I reply to each and every one, so please do leave a comment below to start a conversation. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so I can let you know when future videos come out. And if you've already subscribed but haven't hit that notification bell, please remember to do that so I can notify you of future videos. Anyway, that's it for today. I'll catch you in the next one.